Welcome to the Winds of Chaos, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign where you can influence the course of the game. You can harness the Winds of Chaos, this nefarious force of change sweeping across the lands of Gondara, by donating bits during the stream to help or hinder our heroes. For 300 bits, our heroes may find a useful, mundane, non-magical item. For 400 or 500 bits, you can buff the monsters that our heroes are facing with a minor or major mutation, respectively. Special thanks to our community's very own Bo the Distance for creating the random monster mutation table that we roll on for these redeems. For 600 bits, you can compel a player character's flaw. 700 bits grants inspiration to one player character. That's a reroll of a d20 during a clutch moment. And for 800 bits, you can make Flutter die roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, our community's favorite. Flutter's character, Kiona, is a wild magic sorcerer. That means that she doesn't have full control over her arcane powers, and every now and then, well, you'll just have to wait and see what happens. Finally, subscribers to the Dungeon Masters channel, that's Twitch TV/GhostPepper, can harness the Winds of Chaos to blow a custom NPC or magic item of appropriate level into the party's path. Please DM me on Discord for more info. Oh, one last thing. If you're a regular supporter of this campaign and redeeming or subscribing or things like that are things that you do fairly regularly, please consider subscribing to our monthly coffee plan. We use the proceeds from that to go directly towards funding improvements to the game, music, artwork, subscriptions to different services that make our game that much better. Any monthly supporters get a free Major Monster Mutation, Wild Magic Surge, custom NPC, or magic item once per month. We really appreciate all of our coffee subscribers, all of our bits redeemers, and every single one of you who watches the game. Please enjoy the show.
Hello! Oh, I am muted
We're
on
back.
my stream, but here, there we go. Yay! Hi! Hi, friends! It is I, Flutterdye. We are back. You heard Flumps just now and not I.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, there's Peter
I
and
simply-
Jinto.
What's up, people?
Hey.
Squiggy?
First order of business.
What's
Apparently,
up, Magic
it's
Frog?
Cauliflops's birthday. Go sub to him.
No, do not
Cauliflops.
go
Do
sub to
it.
me. I don't
What?
stream. I don't stream. Do not
What?
give Twitch any more
What?
money.
You don't
What?
stream anymore? What?
Well, I mean, barely.
You're such a faker.
Suck it.
Happy birthday, Flumps! Oh my
Thanks,
god! Oh my god! I didn't.
Thank
know
you,
that.
everyone.
How did I not know that? I need to write.
I'm
this
an
down
old
in my
man.
calendar.
Cauliflops made the mistake of actually admitting it. So
I did.
I'm adding it now. You're
Sorry.
never gonna live it down.
But I know. Well, the nice thing is,
There we go.
I now know what
I can hear.
birthday.
Yay!
I'm very excited
Ghost
for.
Pepper is here now,
Oh,
you guys.
Ghost, welcome
I can
back.
hear.
Ghost Pepper has
I
yeah,
guess
just
but my
arrived.
birthday is not on a Winds of Chaos night, so
Lame. Work on that, Woof. Work on
Look,
that.
I need. Come on, right?
Come on.
All
what
the
are you
cool
even
people
doing?
are doing it.
You know? Yeah. Well, cool might be. That's doing a lot of
Peter,
work. there.
Solo Bunny, Gentle Lynn, holy cow. Hi, everybody. What is going on? Welcome, welcome. It is my birthday
Wait, is it-
today, May 1st, because it is May 1st for Peter, because Peter is in
Peter.
the other place.
Mayday,
What?
mayday.
Buddy?
So, Beltane birthday.
Peter!
Happy birthday, Peter.
Happy birthday, dude.
Because it's 8 hours
Yes.
later for them than it is for us here.
That's right. That's so cool. We're birthday buddies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How cool.
Peter, I never knew. I feel like I should have known this by now, but happy birthday,
Right,
man. That's
like-
amazing.
All of us are so remiss in knowing our birthdays this year, I feel like. I only just learned that Peter's
Right.
birthday is today, tomorrow.
I just found out that it was Zerp's birthday yesterday. Like,
It was Zerb's birthday yesterday.
Uh,
Holy cow.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I've known
Pepper's
that guy for
birthday last
ages.
week.
Yeah.
I wasn't even ready for my birthday
Mm,
when it happened. I was like, it's my birthday today?
yeah. I know.
Right?
That's what I felt.
Oh.
Oh,
It
oh,
doesn't matter anymore.
I don't have time for it to be my
Right.
birthday today.
It should be.
Right?
Yeah.
Once you hit like 37, it's just it's the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jinto, I remember
Stops
that.
Counting.
I remember that you're a December birthday.
Yeah.
I always heard that was tough. As a kid. Because sometimes you didn't get as many presents and stuff, right? It was just sort of lumped in with Christmas. I don't know. If
Yeah,
that was, I
maybe.
hope that was not your
Striker!
experience. Jinto.
I love you too.
Depends on how close. I've got a student whose birthday is like on the day or on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Something like that. It's like
Oh,
really
yeah.
close.
Ugh, I've seen all the birthdays carding people to get into my bar. I think about
Oh,
that
yeah.
sometimes. Like, how crazy would it be
Oh,
for
yeah.
today to be their birthday? Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
like sympathies,
Oh,
my
boy.
friend. Happy birthday.
Oh, well,
Right.
Striker, thank you.
the conversation extended far beyond by the time I got my ears back, but happy birthday, Cauliflumps.
Thank you, Ghost.
All right, and happy birthday, Peter, and welcome everybody else. And you know what? Happy birthday to everyone.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to all of you. But mostly happy birthday to Cauliflumps. And Peter.
And Peter.
And Peter.
And Peter.
Well, the
Yeah.
cool thing about time is that everyone's birthday is coming up. So
That's true.
happy
That is
early
true.
birthday, everybody.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. Even if it just passed.
That's right. Yeah, even Ghost, his birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
It's gonna, we got a bit
That's
to
true.
wait, but still, it's
That's
coming
true.
up.
That's
Ghost
true.
Pepper! 40 months. That matches my birthday this year, so that's cool. How amazing.
happy
Talking
happy
about
birthday,
happy, very, very
Cauliflumps.
unbirthday
I got
to you.
what I got you for your birthday, Cauliflumps, was a resubscription for myself to Flutterdye's channel.
Hell yeah. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
How lovely.
Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. Welcome to what is ostensibly a D&D game sometimes, The Winds of Chaos. We are once again here actually doing a session. It feels like those are like
Few and far between these
scattershot
days.
these
Yeah.
days. Yep.
That's
Um, And we're gonna have a couple days coming up where we're gonna take another break from the main campaign, but that's okay. We're looking forward to getting into some one shots or maybe a two shot or something like that in the near future. But here we are with the main story day today. Now, Bo has told me that they got off work late today, and so they may not be able to join us for this. So if you guys will humor me, I'm going to be sort of stretching out the Trevin thing a little bit.
Oh well, I mean, we can stretch
and
shit out. Don't you worry about that.
In the hopes that Bo is able to make it, but even then, I know that like it's possible that they'll come back just dog tired after work, and in which case, I am ready to step into Trevin's shoes, if need be.
Amazing.
But anyway, we have a roleplay warm-up question of the day, and then I've got some thank yous to distribute. So what is it? Is it WOCQOTD?
Yes.
Yeah. So the roleplay warm-up question of the day is Kiss, Marry, Kill Kiona, Mazra, and Foodle.
Monster hopes everyone will want to kill her.
So if you have a D&D, no, solo, no, Bunny,
No.
no, so if you have a D&D or other TTRPG character who is near and dear to your heart, especially if they have guested in the Winds of Chaos campaign, but not necessarily if they have guested in the Winds of Chaos campaign, certainly not limited to that, please answer give us your answer to the question of the day. Players, I would like you. What did we say before? Answer for your character, but as if their character was like outside of themselves, like as if they're stepping outside of themselves and kind of looking at it objectively. I don't know, or just do whatever you want. just approach it however you want. So, thank yous are as follows. First of all, thank you to our coffee subscribers. Those are Bard Owl, Bruce Campbell Soup, Snozberries, and Pugworth. Thank you. It's always the fourth one. Always tell them in a different order, but number 4 always takes me an extra minute. Ask Megan. She knows that on any list, 3 is like the memory buffer. I have a memory buffer of 3 items, and then I need to. Yeah, you can only remember 3 things.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily the most important 3 things. They are any 3 things from the list.
Not from the top
from
to the
any
bottom.
list. Yeah, no, it's any. You can never know.
Sending him to the grocery store for 4, that's a gamble right there.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
never know
She
what
knows
you're
when
gonna
it's time to text me a list. There have been times too where she says, can you pick this thing up from the store? And then, oh, when you pick A up from the store, can you get B as well? And you know what, C as well. You know what, I'm gonna text you. Second thank you is to Megan, Starborn Striker, and Bo the Distance in chat for being our resident rules lawyers, helping us keep on the straight and narrow while we're playing this very complicated, sometimes horrifically complicated game, to the point where often we must consult the Oracle, Jeremy Crawford, on Twitter, to get a clear ruling on how does this rule work in this situation. So thank you for being our rules lawyers and helping us continue playing the game smoothly while you look up the rules. Because anybody who's ever played D&D in person knows that half the time is spent flipping through the book and arguing over what the book says. So thanks to Megan and Bo, we can neatly sidestep that. Third thank you is to Vinyl Stencil for organizing the bits redeems and helping us keep on track and keep things running smoothly. If there's any questions that need to be asked, follow-up questions for any of the redeems, Vinyl helps organize that, shoots me a direct message on Discord, so I really appreciate that, Vinyl Stencil. Final thank you is to all of you in chat, just for being you, just for being awesome, just for being cool. We're really happy to see each and every one of you here tonight. So let's see. Kiss, Marry, Kill, Kiona, Mazra, Foodle. Let's
Everybody's
see
cheating.
what we have
Everybody's
for answers
cheating.
in chat. Yeah,
One person answered.
You said that too.
yeah. So for Megan personally, not Darfin or Ephema. For
IRL.
Megan personally, IRL, Kiss, Flutter, Marry, Woof. Sorry, Collie. Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
ouch.
Oof.
Wow.
Megan, it's
Oof.
fine. You're just going to be on a list somewhere. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Not my
Wow.
list. Probably the FBI's. I don't know.
Dark Collie has emerged.
Holy moly.
Dietrich, marry no one ever, kiss all three, kill anyone who says he shouldn't. Okay. For Darfin, I guess it would be kiss Foodle, marry Foodle, kill no one, because that's mean. Do you guys know how to play this game?
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're
I
all
know.
cheating. They're all cheating.
Sacrifices.
The point
For
is that you
Ephema,
have
kiss
to
everyone,
pick
marry no one,
things.
kill bad guys.
That's yeah.
The point is a challenging like specifically talking to Flutter before this, I was like, I don't want boring questions. I want questions that people are going to argue about. People are just sidestepping everything. People are just sidestepping it. They won't
don't wanna be mean.
wade into
You gotta be
controversy.
mean
They won't be mean.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is Foodle really innocent? I mean, come on.
Darfin can't kill innocence. It is true he can't. He'll lose his paladin oath, but
Yeah. Kill Foodle because he's a actual cannibal, right?
kill Foodle because he has a dark side. Yeah, Foodle does have a dark side. All right. It's not my fault. My character's a pansexual Lothario. Somebody made him that way. That's fair. That's fair. Actual cannibal Foodle Shepin. It's been a while since we
No.
heard that one. It's been a while since we heard that one. That's
Had
from
to put that
that's
life
from
behind him.
episode was like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah. It was with Indlebeak. Like that
It
was
didn't
so
take
damn
long.
ago.
Like,
Ooh.
you know, this is the thing. This is the thing I like about you, Collie Flumps. This was your first time. This campaign is your first ever D&D campaign, and it took you only 2 to 3 sessions
Zero
to go
time.
full murder hobo. Yeah.
Amazing.
Balls to the wall. It
Um,
was amazing.
That is a speed only matched by the middle schoolers in the D&D club that I run this year. All right, Vinyl, kiss, marry, kill. Kiona, kiss. Mazra, marry. Kill, Foodle. This is the correct order. Wow.
I agree. Like I can't. Where's the
Wow.
lie? Like.
Okay, for me, this is Megan. For me, kiss Kiona, marry Foodle, kill Mazra. Can't trust Mazra. Foodle would take care of me, but he wouldn't want me.
It's true.
All right.
Foodle doesn't go.
All
for
right.
me.
True.
But that I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Some people are
All right.
cannibals who don't like women. Oh god. Oh no.
That kind
I
of
feel
talk
like
is what's going to get you put on a list.
I feel
I
like
know.
That is going to get you put on a
objectively,
list.
That is
Yeah,
what's gonna
jeez,
make
that's
Foodle the
true.
kill guy.
Oh no.
You're
That
loose
kind
cannon, my
of talk.
friend.
Some people are cannibals who don't like women. Wow. Speaking of
I'm
getting put on
actually
a list.
right now, yeah.
Enjoy your next flight, Collie.
Yeah, that's gonna be great fun.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking. All right, birthday boy. What's Foodle's answer for this one?
Well, like, is there a third person, or did you just choose two? Because he's one of the options.
Yeah, he could step outside of himself and look at it objectively. You could
Well,
answer
he's
it
not
like
gonna
as a
kill
player.
Kiona or Mazra, so he kills himself. And
Okay.
so who he marries, I guess, doesn't really matter that much because he's dead. So he's gonna. Oh, frick.
He could marry our ghost at the Anjabay now.
Yeah, there you go. Because then he can hang out with her.
Yeah.
Oh God,
There you go.
he's gonna
There
have
you go.
such
Oh
an
my God.
existential crisis when he realizes he's a ghost. Um,
Ah,
hmm.
he's just scared of himself.
Yeah. I mean, I think he would probably, I don't know. Would he marry Mazra or marry Kiona? I think he'd kiss Kiona and marry Mazra.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
then he'd take
It
himself
could be
out.
political radicals
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah.
All right. Mazra.
She'd probably kiss Kiona and marry Foodle because I don't think she really cares about marriage that much. And then she'd just kill all three of them because they have to be together forever. So
Aww.
She just go off the rails.
hmm
It's just a murder suicide pact.
Or she'd just kiss both of them and marry both of them and then kill all three of them together. There we
There
go.
you go. Yeah, can you marry more than one person? I mean,
Yeah, why not?
there you go. Shit.
Okay.
This is our D&D world.
We can
Poly
have a
marriages are a
throuple.
thing. Let's go. Yes.
That's right.
Right. We can just have a whole polycule. It's fine.
Guys, don't we get like a bonus to AC for a while if we do? Let's just all get married. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Oh my God.
No.
No.
You do, Ghost. You do.
No, no,
Panic in
no.
the game. Yes.
no! You don't get bonus AC for being in a polyamorous relationship. Like, what are you talking
Wait, do you
about?
not? Are you being serious right now? Because it's an actual mechanic in the game.
No, it's not.
Yes, you get +2.
I believe
AC for like a
Kali.
month. What's the spell? It's
After you get
um,
married.
Oh, it's like
It's-
ceremony.
it's a
Oh,
ceremony,
the
yeah.
freaking like, oh
Yeah.
god, that's stupid stuff. You don't need to
You gotta be
cast that
within, like,
spell to
30
get
feet.
married.
So let's
You
get
don't need to
married
cast that
every
spell to get married.
month.
I know. Let's just
We
get
could
married
just-
every month
yeah.
and just yeah.
You
some
guys want to
fun
know?
days.
So Kali doesn't know this. Chat
Oh,
doesn't
God.
know this.
Oh,
But you
no.
know how this Discord call started? I'm here trying to get ready, and these two, Woof and Flutter, like every minute, Ghost, you owe us this. Ghost, you owe us this. By the way, Ghost, you owe us this. Like, just an endless torrent of you owe. Like, oh my god. This is and now we're like, hey, if we're in a three-way relationship, we got an AC bonus. That's a game mechanic. Get out of town. Get out of town.
Look, our
We haven't
party
earned money
is-
from the
is
tavern
a
for a long time, Striker.
pure
I'll show
in-
you. I'll
pure
show you some
platonic
game
relationship.
mechanics.
Suck it.
Flumps. I'll show you some game mechanics.
Oh God. Why did I say anything?
Kiona, what is your answer to the question?
Kiss Mazra, marry Foodle, kill Kiona because she's a fucking crazy person. She's a loose cannon. What's the obvious answer is to kill Kiona. She's fucking she's a liability.
All right.
And I don't think that Mazra would be a Marion type if it weren't for Kiona. Do the voice flutter? Wait, what?
I just love Foodle's the least likely to watch his back too.
Oh,
He's
wee,
just,
oh, wee.
he's just dead. He's just dead.
He's gonna burn the tavern down in a second.
Oh God, yeah. Wait,
Oh,
no,
There
my
is-
people
there
in
is
the tavern,
actually-
please don't burn down. the
There
tavern.
is actually like a chance of the tavern burning down. Um,
Look, Majin
Yeah.
would have put out massive insurance on that, so
That's true. I do remember you buying some ridiculous insurance policy for that thing. We got like the fire insurance or something.
Yep.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Uh,
How often do we roll these? Oh, weekly random events
Investments.
are
Weekly?
Oh, yeah,
bruh.
weekly random events.
Oh.
Okay.
where's our money, Ghost Pepper?
No, I think that's what he's,
He's gotta
doing right
calculate
now.
it. Yeah.
In my ass, come and get it.
Look, you asked for it.
Don't tempt us with a good time. All
Roman's
right.
gonna call you on that, Ghost Pepper.
It's my birthday
It's
early, thank
over.
you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
Look,
All
Ghost,
right.
no matter how dirty you try to get, I will out dirty you. So don't even try.
That I
Right.
believe. That I fucking believe.
What was the freaking Yogs cast? That was my favorite. One of my favorite moments in the Yogs cast is when they're trying to fuel up the oil for their rocket ship, and Lewis just loses it. And they keep asking him, how do you get oil? And he's like, I don't know, use a bucket. Get a bucket, fill it with oil, put it up your ass, and we'll go to space. Just my favorite. Okay.
Is that a
Um,
Minecraft mod where you could go to space or whatever? I don't know.
yeah, there's a Minecraft mod where you could go to space, and they all
Oh,
died
dude,
on the
I
moon
watched
because
that
none of them
series. It was amazing.
could hit the brakes,
So
and they would
good,
just
dude.
roast each other for failing
Yeah.
to hit the brakes because they didn't know how hard it was.
Amazing.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure
They-
Vinyl watched that with me. Holy shit. It's so good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, the good old days. The good old days. Good old days of YouTube. So let's begin. Let's get this rolling. Last time we left off, you were making preparations to head into the Forbidden Territory. Because of the Conclave of Dusk, you have been granted special permission to enter the Forbidden Territory, which the elves of the Luxari hegemony take the word forbidden very seriously, and expressly prevent anyone from getting inside. Your attempt at making preparations was mediocre,
Bad.
let's say.
Bad.
There was a
Really
lot of
bad.
time. There was a lot of time.
Ghost is over
spent-
here. His recap is like, guys, so here's the plot. They were making preparations. They're going into a really dangerous area. Here was my recap. A bunch of
Yeah.
fucking bullshit while poor Bo sat there for 3 hours with the patience of a fucking saint as I'm sitting there after hour 2 going, well, I guess they don't have a character because somebody would have said something. It's been 2 hours. Like, oh my god. We're in a
Bo was just
we're in a
vibing.
wax
Bo
museum buying
was
fruit.
just vibing. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Let's go to the wax museum. I know. That exactly. Like, that can't just be a wax museum. We gotta check it out, and then it's
We still
actually a
haven't
wax
checked
museum.
It out. There might be a cult in the basement. We don't fucking know. Like shit.
Yeah, we kind
Well,
of just walked
yeah.
in and then walked back out when we realized.
know.
that-
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
guys.
It's like Pizzagate. You know.
What if it's
Oh,
a front? What
It's
if that's
not a
the
it's not a satanic human trafficking cult. It's just a pizza shop. Whoops.
We're out. That was my
yeah.
recap, but I think yours is
Sometimes a wax museum is just a wax museum. I think Sigmund Freud said that when he wrote his book about Foodle specifically.
better.
So-
God, he could write so many
um,
books. Anyway.
you did get to do some research. You did get in good with the researchers at the library, with the assistance of some wax fruit purchased at the museum gift shop. For some reason they wanted wax fruit. I don't think they really did. I think that was like an extra little like, here's a gift, and they're like, okay, thanks. Thank you very much. you got to learn a few things about the Forbidden Territory. I believe you still had one more thing. That was one of the things I owe you. Is one more fact about the Forbidden Territory, because you asked 2 questions, but you kind of banked a third because you weren't sure about what you wanted to ask at that point, which is totally cool. And then in going around to some of the shops, attempting to make preparations for your upcoming expedition into the very dangerous Forbidden Territory, you found a merchant named Trevin. And Trevin sold you was a well-known black market dealer of artifacts from the Forbidden Territory, and he sold you a map of the territory, which upon closer inspection turned out to be fake. Turned out to be sort of a rather clever forgery that if you didn't have your map inside your light map inside of the red lacquer box, you wouldn't have known that it was a fake, for the fact that they didn't quite line up, and you know that the map that you had, which just sort of outlines the coast and doesn't show many of the geographical features, you know that is accurate. The second thing that Trevin gave you that he kicked in with said fake map was a false set of box of stuff, various artifacts from the Forbidden Territory. One of those artifacts happened to be forget if I said silver, happened to be a bracelet that Mazra recognized as a one-of-the-kind item crafted by her father when he was courting her mother. And so questions swirl about where he got that bracelet from and what it's doing in this box of junk that is being falsely sold as artifacts from the Forbidden Territory. And that brings us to tonight's session. We can open up at the bomb drop, the bombshell revelation that bracelet belonged to Mazra's mother, and you're all sort of sitting in the tavern at the end of the day, sitting in the Pudgy Otter, I believe, was the one that you chose to stay at.
Yeah.
The Pudgy Otter. Yeah. So there you are. Take it away.
Wait, Mazra, are you sure? That's incredible. How's that possible?
I don't know, but I need to talk to this guy again and try and figure out where he got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure do.
Okay, but when we went back, everybody was gone.
Yeah, looked like they vacated pretty quick.
I
Can't have gone far.
Yeah. Okay, I could maybe search for some tracks to follow. See if I can catch anybody going out the back, or maybe they just went out the front. I don't know.
I would appreciate that. Or we can also ask around.
Yeah, Kiona, do you know if there are any spells that could help us find a person?
Well, I'm sure there are tracking spells out there, but I don't have any. We'd have to ask at some magic shop.
Do you think Wanda would have any spells that could help us find somebody? I don't know if she'd help us. Well, no, what if we told her that they were like... Oh, but with this, she needs to know who they are, so we couldn't tell her that they're like an orc or something. Or, yeah, Willow, what did I say? Shit. Anyway, Wanda. Oh god,
Wanda.
Wanda's wands. Oh no,
Wanda's
it's Wanda's wands. Oh
my
no.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh shit. I mean, I guess we could ask her, but I mean, I don't know who knows spells like that. Would somebody at the church know? Like, do clerics know that stuff? I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't think they would care about helping us.
Might be awfully expensive to buy a spell like that too.
I will go
True.
ask around.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Well, maybe we'll keep it in our
In-
back pocket. But if we can't find anything, Mosra, we gotta find this Trevin guy.
Yes,
So it would be worth paying somebody to.
I will ask around in my typical manner.
Okay. Is that? What's your tip? Okay. Well, I'll go look for some.
Diplomatically.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kiona, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I'll catch you two in a bit.
All right.
Shut up. It's just so funny because her character is so wildly different than the Willow in my campaign. It's just it could not be more different. It's anyway. So she doesn't seem.
What do you
like
mean?
Willow. Anyway.
I based her. I based her
that
on
your
Solo
best?
Bunny.
Was that your best Willow impression from my campaign? Okay. All right. Well, Ghost Foodle will head over to that shop and see if he can, search around for some tracks. I don't know if Trevin had anything distinctive about like if he was really tall or really I don't know, husky or something. Maybe he'd leave some deep footprints or something. Like anything that would help Foodle. I don't know.
Yeah. This would be a survival check.
Okay.
Now your survival is, ranger survival is basically by default coded for like wilderness tracking and things like that. Since you are in the city, I'm gonna have you roll at disadvantage.
Okay. All right. Oh,
Because
this is
it's
already
too,
up.
the tracks are too there's too much noise in
Yeah.
the ground.
I think that
you
makes
know what I mean?
sense.
Like-
Oh yeah, because it wasn't just Trevin. Like everyone cleared out of there, right? Like yeah. So there's
Mhm.
got to be a lot of foot traffic around here. Okay. So survival disadvantage. So
Yeah.
here we go. Okay. That's
So
a
once again,
3.
I think
Let's
they
focus on-
ran back to the shop last
Right.
session, and just to remind everybody, it's completely empty, cleared out. Even the beaded curtain is gone. The curtain has been taken.
That is an 11 at disadvantage.
Yeah, you can follow what you think is a set of tracks made by Trevin and his cohort for a while, but then they all split off in different directions, and you get the impression that they cut and ran in all different directions, and they've probably agreed to meet up at another location inside the city or out, but you can't be sure where that is. Yeah.
All right. Well, Foodle will go back to the Pudgy Otter and wait for Mosra and Kiona, and when they return, he'll just tell them that. Oh wait, no, we got walkie-talkies. Foodle's gonna tell them right away. Okay, guys, the tracks, they just kind of went everywhere. So I hope you're not diplomaticing anybody right now.
It's
Either way,
fine.
the tracks were unhelpful. I'll meet you guys. Where should I meet you? I'll just come find you. Anyway,
Yeah.
Foodle goes and meets them. I love that we have those.
I love when we remember that we have this.
I know, right? That's what I was gonna say, but I was like, I shouldn't say that. Oh, God.
I love that for no reason the sending stones make a static crackle sound.
Yeah.
It's the crackle of electro arcane energy.
I think that. Well, I don't know where. Where do you think? I would think that we go down to that other tavern on the other side of town and poke around and see if anybody talks about that guy over there.
Can certainly ask around.
I mean,
Which
look
one?
first,
There are
though.
2 other taverns. There's the Arrow's Mark, which is sort of the more kind of middle class-ish kind of tavern, and then there's the Sunlit Lounge, which is the upscale, the high city tavern,
Maybe
Probably the
the
middle.
cloud,
the middle
the
one.
Cloud District tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that you don't get up to the Cloud District very often.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
The arrows.
yeah.
mark?
The Arrow's Mark, yeah. So that is on the west end of town, on its own little island carved out of the canals. I think did Foodle not go there once with his rival?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he met up with her and got some drinks.
That's right.
That was cool. That was fun.
Okay. And so you sweep into. Are you all going together?
Yeah.
Well,
I
it
mean,
sort of depends. I mean, I think I don't know. Unless you guys just sat around for like half an hour to an hour, Foodle's probably out like checking the tracks, right? So
Right. I mean, I don't know what we would have done between there, except if Mazda had an idea of what to look for, or who to ask.
Her main idea is to go ask around the Dumpy Market and see if anybody knows where this guy might set up
So we can
shop.
do that while Foodle's doing the look.
Yeah, we could all just be down there together.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Okay, so you're all at the Arrows.
Oh,
You're
just-
all. Like, you said we could do this, and
So-
then like yeah, which is it?
I was just
okay,
doing
so-
the "Where's Rachel?"
right. So the two,
Okay.
Kiona and Mosroy, they go to this tavern while Foodle's checking the tracks,
No.
or you go to the
Well,
market.
because Foodle's down there anyway, where we were
Right.
looking at the abandoned shop, and then Mazur's gonna walk around that
Okay.
market
The same
area
market.
Yeah.
and ask people. Since
Perfect.
they're already down there anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can do the Arrow's Mark first. So you enter the Arrow's Mark, which is a rather more upscale but still sort of respectable tavern. It is. I've got. It's actually about the same level as the tavern that you're running out of Angevine House. What would you call it? The High Bar.
Yeah.
God, right.
So it's about that.
What's the name of this tavern? Sorry.
This
The-
is the Arrow's Mark.
The arrows.
Arrow's Mark. Okay.
So they sell some higher class food, and there's a higher class of people in there, including a bard performing on stage, who's performing some actual pleasant music, unlike the stand-up comedian storyteller who just tells depressing stories at the tavern where you're staying. There are a number of patrons who are dressed like merchants, fairly notable professionals within the city, run by a sort of 4.5-foot female elf that Foodle you recognize as Isolda from the last time you were here. What I have in my notes is that she has a face.
A whole face.
That was a yeah, that was. I
that
think
like
that was
a
Curb
dig
was in my
at-
chat.
Is that
No.
is this character named after Isolde in Skyrim? Because she kind of
No,
yeah. No? Okay,
No.
because that is very much a reference that I get, if that's what
No.
he was going for. But anyway.
No, it's not. And they're selling things like white-winged dove wings, which is a little bit of a redundant name that the the menu spat out. Braised woodpecker, bobcat soup, mole chunks. There's a
What?
set of there's a set of fine wines, including one that looks really interesting and has a label on it called Medusa's Embrace.
Oh.
Yeah, and
drink
so
that.
it's a little bit more of an upscale clientele compared to the Pudgy Otter when you came here, Foodle, with your archery nemesis, your archery rival. You don't see her around anywhere though. She is apparently not patronizing the tavern tonight.
Hmm. Well, at least Isolda's here. Hi, Isolda. Or hello, Isolda.
Hello. Welcome back. What
Thank
can I
you.
do for you?
Well, firstly, I would like to say the mole chunks were delicious. So
Yes, they are, aren't they? They don't have a very appetizing sounding name. Some people turn their nose up at them
Oh,
a
really?
little too quickly, I think. But
This
they're quite delicious.
they were almost like my mom used to make.
Oh, your mother made mole chunks.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's delightful.
A phenomenal chef. But Foodle doesn't know that word. Amazing food, he loves it.
Really good.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Well, could I interest you in a bite to eat?
Yes. These are my companions, Mazra and Kiona, and I love the food so much, I thought I'd have them come by and get something. I was wondering, Kiona, this wine, it struck me as something. God, I thought you might like this wine. Frick me. Sorry, all yesterday's session I was playing these really educated characters. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh god.
Amazing. I love it.
I'm so sorry.
I love it.
Poodle, I didn't notice you blue screen.
You're right. Yeah. Maybe he did. Oh god, I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
It's fine.
Fool's just like, V, take the wheel for a bit. I'm tired of
It is.
being like a
Yeah,
living
yeah.
being.
Yeah, really.
I'm tired of
Oh,
existing in the
God.
world. I just
We
want to
take
dissociate
the wheel
for a
is right.
Mm. Yes, the wine
Um,
looks very interesting.
Oh yes, and if you'd like any food, we have white-winged dove wings, bobcat soup, fried bullhead, blackened wolf, also quite delicious,
Ooh, I'll have that.
braised woodpecker, and mole chunks on our menu.
The black and wolf sounds good to me too.
Right? I mean, I
So
can't believe I
the
didn't try
mole
that last
chunks are 6 silver pieces. The blackened wolf is 1 gold piece.
on.
Anything for you, my dear? Looking at Mazra.
Sure, get something.
I guess I'll have them all.
All of it.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
long as it's cooked.
now, Ghost Pepper has to do some math. Thank you very much.
I'm putting this in a group pot, you guys.
Actually, it's
Oh,
not
are
that
you?
bad.
Okay, all right, I will put
1,
Poodle's
2,
gold back.
3, 4, 5 gold pieces then.
I
For
mean,
the
how
whole
big
menu.
is it? What?
Well, the whole menu, 5
I
gold
said
pieces.
I said the mole.
Oh, I thought you said them all.
Oh! Oh, I was like,
I'm
You're gonna give Mazra a whole mole? Like, damn, alright.
6 silver pieces for the mole chunks.
They're good.
We'll just hand 5 gold pieces over and say.
All
We
right.
should
Well,
take
yeah.
care of
Well,
the
well.
meal.
Oh, well. That'll cover your drinks as well. Would you
Kiona's that
like
kind of
a
person.
glass
She
of
will actually
the
do it out of her own way.
Medusa's embrace?
5 gold pieces.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right.
Who's gonna
And she will pour you a
try-
glass.
As,
Okay, yeah.
As Isolde is pouring the glass, Woodle's gonna try to lean over to Mazra and say, Mazra, we're trying to get information.
Indeed.
Poor Mazra. We're like overspending. Oh god, this is like her trigger.
So
You.
I don't have
Party.
descriptions for the Medusa's embrace for the wine, but I have the mole chunks are mole chunks sautéed in a sweet lager sauce served with a wheat muffin.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'll just have the
Meat
wheat
served with a
muffin, thank you.
So,
beer
like a
sauce?
beer bread?
Interesting.
Like the reverse of a
Guess-
beer bread?
I guess. Like,
Deconstructed
guess
beer
so.
bread.
yeah. It's kind of
With mole
interesting.
chunks
Kind of
on the
interesting.
side.
You can make a beer sauce though,
It
can't
sounds
you?
like
you can
a-
make a you
Yeah.
can make a wine sauce, so why not
and
a
you
beer
can make
sauce?
bread out of beer.
Yeah. And then the Blackened Wolf is Blackened Wolf doused with a flavorsome plum sauce, which that sounds
Ooh,
really nice. Like
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah.
gamey meat
Yeah.
with like gamey lean meat with like fruit sauce. That's
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
that's a winner. But is the muffin buttered?
Yes.
It is. It is
For
buttered.
us, it is because we.
I
gave
will
them
buy it
Yeah.
otherwise.
We gave
Yeah.
extra. That's
Oh
why.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You better butter my muffin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But we're
afraid
buttering
this
their
isn't
muffin.
that. I'm afraid this isn't that kind of tavern.
Miles just dying
This-
over here in the kitchen.
This isn't that kind of tavern. I'm afraid.
Speaking of that kind of tavern, I have some questions for you.
Oh, sure. Speaking
We're
of that
looking for
kind of tavern, I'm not sure I know what
someone.
you mean.
We're looking for someone.
Yes, who?
Someone discreet for services.
Oh my god.
Are you?
No, she's
This
not.
I've told you before. This isn't that kind of tavern. You'd have
sorry.
you'd have better luck at the Pudgy Altar.
We've already been there. We're
How
looking
much of this
for
did you
a
drink?
merchant
Yes.
named.
Trevin Pendleton.
Yes.
Wait, what's happening?
Trevin Pendletop.
Wolf didn't have the name in his
Oh,
notes.
okay.
Is what's
I have
happening.
his first name in my notes.
Trevin Pindletop. I've heard the name. I've never met the man. Is he some sort of black market peddler?
Perhaps.
Well, I'm afraid I can't be much help to you. Why are you looking for?
I think he got swindled.
Looking- Yeah, we're looking for information.
You
Oh,
got
good.
swindled and you're looking for information.
No, I think he got swindled. He sold
Oh.
us this map, but I think it's a forgery. I don't think it's real. I think somebody
Oh, dear.
sold him a bad map.
Oh dear. And Isolde looks at Mazra and Kiona with a pointed look of like, you haven't told him? Like, like
It's easier this way.
do
Just-
And Maja lays a hand like lightly on Poodle's shoulder, and she's looking at Isolde and goes, "Poodle is very special." Just deadpan
Aw, Mazra, thank you.
Well, I'm afraid, as I said, I've never met the man myself, nor do I recall seeing him. But what I have heard is that he sometimes acts as a fence for stolen goods from some of the less reputable criminal underground in this city.
Insight check.
All right,
Poodle.
roll it.
He doesn't believe that
That's
Trevin
when-
would do such a thing.
When Poodle is like,
That's what he insight. Oh god, it's a 17 plus a lot, I
oh
think.
my
Hold
God.
on.
Amazing.
Wow.
17 plus 8
Okay.
for a 25 total.
Yeah, Isolda is telling the truth,
What?
which rocks your world.
No, it can't be.
Well, Foodle, it probably is, and we gotta find him.
Oh. Yeah.
Is there any possible
Yeah,
way
Mazra.
you've heard?
I understand how you feel.
Okay. Is there any possible?
We've been swindled. Oh.
I appreciate your shared feelings.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess there's okay. There's
Kiana
probably
looks
more to that.
at Isolda over all of this. All right. Well, is there any way you think we might be able to track them down?
Who, Trevin?
Yes.
Well, as I said, I don't know anything about him. However, she looks around a little bit. The reach of the Temple of Light and the Knights Radiant is long in the city, as you can imagine. And a criminal element must act very surreptitiously and discreetly. However, rumor has it that the performers at the Pocked Peasant Theatre have some links to this criminal underground. You may be able to find out more about him there, if you can convince them to give up their secrets. And that might be quite a mighty task indeed, considering what they would be risking by exposing themselves.
Right. You said the plucked peasant?
Pocked peasant,
Pocked.
such as a peasant which has pockmarks on
got
their
it.
face.
Okay.
Oh, Pock. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure.
I thought it was like a cooking pot. Anyway, or the other kind, whatever. Okay, Pock peasants.
Now, they're closed by now,
hmm,
so you might have better luck in the morning.
indeed. Well, thank you for that little bit of information. We very much appreciate it.
I'm afraid it's all I can give. I hope you are able to get your money back.
It's not about the money.
Oh no? I understand it can be a violation to feel like you've been ripped off.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Thank you for the meal.
Of course. Just got tired of that song. Um,
Should we retire for the evening
I
and then
think this
start
one's
again in the morning? Also, we have other things we need to do at some point.
It's true.
yeah, so I'm thinking as I said, sort of above table, just in case Bo happens to come around and want to pick up that thread. I'm gonna intersperse the search for Trevin among some of your other downtime activities that you
I like that.
reached out to me about, so we can kind of do some of that and sort of flip back and forth, and the search for Trevin can continue while you're doing those things around the city.
Perfect.
If that makes sense to you guys.
For sure.
I think it makes
Um,
sense tempo wise too. So while
Yeah.
we're eating, Foodle's going to say, you know, I've been thinking, gimbal shot, amazing as it is, it does occasionally jam. I've been working on that, but no, nothing promising yet. But I was thinking I should probably have a better backup. I mean, we're going into a very dangerous place. I don't know if my little bow from, back, like, what's that mountain range that we crossed like 1,000,000 years ago? The mountain range that Lumbrel's
The
across?
Storm
Storm
Spires.
Spires.
Storm Spires. Yeah, because like Foodle got it like back then, when they were like level 4 or whatever. It's just like a regular longbow. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for where we're going,
Right.
So
It makes sense.
yeah, I'm gonna see what I can find here in town. I
Sure.
mean, hey, they're elves, right? Aren't they known for bows and stuff? They must have something.
That's true. This is the place to look if there was any.
Yeah.
True.
The other thing I was thinking, because we're looking for Trevin, is it smart or is it dumb? I often have this question. Is it smart or is it dumb to ask around and put up our posters for finding Darfin? Because, like, isn't this, like, where he's from? Isn't everyone going to be like, yeah, we know that guy? Like, but they're not going to know where he is, or so, I don't know, unless he's here. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, yeah, we recognize that guy.
Well,
He's the captain
we
of the
know-
Super Guard. But, like,
We know he's not here.
Right.
Here.
Okay.
I mean, we had a vision about him being somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, wasn't he on a boat or something? Like,
No, he
He
was.
was in
There
a
was
different
somewhere in
place.
like another place. Yeah, I don't think
Oh.
he's on this plane.
right.
Which is why I feel like we haven't been putting the posters up because I'm pretty sure he isn't here.
Okay. Okay, so not smart. All right.
Don't know
That's
where
good.
he is
That's good to
yet.
know. I just wanted to bring it up, because we're in
For
like
sure.
Elfland. So,
I have been thinking about it a lot after all this Knights Raiding stuff in that temple there. I'm afraid
Yeah.
we're gonna have to visit at some point.
yeah. Man, you don't think he was set up by like his own
I don't know. Foodle.
people?
Feels awfully weird, huh?
Yeah.
You know, Foodle, I've been thinking about too, since you've been talking about the woe. I've been thinking about maybe making myself a weapon of sorts. Out of that
Oh?
dragon horn we got off the Black Wind.
What?
Yeah.
Kiona, that's so cool. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I mean, I heard tell that the horns of dragons got some magical properties, and I thought maybe I could get something fashioned out of it for myself. If you guys would be okay with that.
Yeah.
And that would be wise.
What? I've never been more impressed. Well, is that true? I don't know. You're very impressive, but this is amazing. I'm so excited. What?
I appreciate your excitement. I just, sometimes when I get in close to somebody, I just feel like I ought to have something I could use, but,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
What
yeah.
about
I
the
mean, I
scales?
totally
Can
agree.
we make some kind of armor for Mazar or something?
I don't know. We'd
I'm
have to
doing
take him
well.
to somebody, because we don't
She
have
just
many
taps-
scales, right?
Her armor
Right. You're good.
Yeah, I think even for me, I don't know if we have enough scales for like a full set of armor. But what about like a shield? Kiona, I've never seen you use one. Is that something that you know how to use?
I mean, it's like a learn.
Yeah. I like the idea of you having a shield if somebody gets in close, and this awesome. You could just stab them with the horn, you know?
Well, in my mind, it's not quite a stabby situation, but
Oh.
I'm thinking of making a whip.
What? A dragon horn whip? This is the coolest thing you've ever done.
Right.
Well, is that true? I don't know. You've done a
Well,
lot of cool things. But
I don't
either
know.
way, this is the coolest thing you've done tonight.
Oh, Striker might be calling us on the shield thing.
I have no
Yeah, we
idea.
can work
I don't know.
something out.
It should say on your sheet what you're proficient in. So like Foodle is proficient. I mean, he could use a shield, but like everything he uses is two-handed, right? So.
Kiona doesn't have that proficiency, so she'd have to work on it.
Okay. All right. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Freaking marshals, man. Foodle can use literally anything. Simple, martial,
Yeah.
shields, medium,
yeah.
light, and heavy armor. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway. As if it does him any good. Well, either way, I think it's still a good idea. I mean, we should ask somebody about this. We should, I mean, these are dragon scales. Even if we sell the shield, right? Like,
That's
worst
true.
case. Wait, Mazra, can't you use a shield?
Technically, but I don't know if it's necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got your daggers, right? One in each hand.
Yeah.
Well, it was a thought, but we could just sell the
Yeah.
scales.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll sleep on it.
True.
I've also been thinking about Willow and her store. I think we should visit the potion person in town, see what they've got. But you guys, some of those items that Willow had, I think we could really use them if we're going somewhere dangerous.
Right, that
I
does
agree.
sound like a good idea.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys know, I want to find a safe place. I want to build a place for this caravan where they're going to be safe, behind some walls, But like, I think that's going to have to wait because I mean, this is not the place. I mean, they're not going to let us stay here, right? They're not going to let me build a castle or something outside the city. So I think we need to spend what we have now before we head out into who knows what, this dark
I mean,
forest.
let you is one way to put it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys are probably
Either way, it's not it. And we need to finish some of the other things that we got started, I think.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, cool. This should be good. So, what do you think? Should we see if there's like somebody who can make an awesome dragon weapon for you first thing in the morning, or do you want to do the potion shop first?
Oh, I mean, whichever you think.
Okay, well, my vote's for the awesome dragon weapon. Are you kidding? Like,
Sure.
no potion shop's gonna be better than that.
All right.
All right. Does that sound good, Mazra?
Yes.
Alright. Also, Mazra, did you ever figure out what that... Remember that when the tree was ripping apart the wagon? What's her name? Foodle knows her name. Saradwin?
Caradwin.
I don't know.
Aaron?
Caradwin, thank you. Caradwin, she handed me a wand in the middle of the battle, and she didn't know what it did, and I was like, okay. I'll give this to somebody who knows magic stuff. And we barely survived. Did you ever figure out what that thing does?
Yes.
What does it do?
Where are they right now? Are they like in a tavern?
Yeah, they're in the tavern eating.
She takes it and points it at his mole chunks and uses it to enlarge it.
Oh.
And when you pull out the wand and you cast the spell from it, and the mole chunks inside the bowl kind of expand and slough out of the bowl a little bit, making a bit of a mess on the table with the beer sauce, the lager sauce on the table. Isolda, kind of from the bar. Excuse me, no casting spells inside the tavern.
It was the wand.
Be that as it may,
Sorry.
Look,
I
we're just
didn't-
trying to get
wands
our
do not
money's
cast
worth.
spells. People cast spells.
Monster, this is crazy. Good thing I was gonna
Yeah.
shoot it at the tree. Good thing I didn't do that.
That would be very bad.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's remember. Okay. Well,
I wasn't
We'll remember.
happy with my portions per money spent.
don't, Monster. Shh. Shh. Foodle like tries to reach up and cover her mouth, but
Genetically-
it can't reach.
Genetically modified ingredients.
Oh god. I was gonna say something, but I've totally lost.
Majra
it now.
will lightly bite his finger.
Oh god. Okay, well, this is definitely not where we should be. The food was delicious though.
This is why we stay in the cheap places.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Oh, this was good though, right, Kiona? This wolf's
It was.
stuff, black wolf, burnt wolf, whatever it was, braised. I don't know,
Indeed.
something. I don't think burnt is the right. I mean, it's got a
Charred?
little bit charred. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yeah.
That was what's
good.
when it
It's
gets
just
little
a fancy
black
way
and
for saying
crunchy on the
they
outside.
stuck it on the grill for a little while.
Oh, so
That's
they can
how
still
they-
sell it.
That's how they charge you more. They put fancy words on it.
Oh, I see. I see. I should learn some of those fancy words.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We should put them on our menu.
We could probably do
Like,
that.
what was the?
Excuse to charge more.
I really like the word swindle. I'm glad you taught me that
Foodle,
word.
don't
That is
use
a
that
fun
word. No,
to
nobody
say.
will trust you.
No. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Do that.
But it's such a
We're in
fun
for a-
word.
We're walking back to
Twinkling
the,
good
the
time.
other tavern at this point. This
Yeah,
conversation we're having as we're
We've
walking
left.
toward
Yeah.
the pudgy otter. Okay.
Please don't roll for a random encounter. Oh god, as we're walking back. Oh shit. All right, but yeah, I mean, Foodle, he'll just chat about.
Oodle,
Whatever they
you're
want.
too forthright to be a swindler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really bad at lying. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You guys have
I've
definitely noticed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have definitely noticed that. So I've sort of, it's something that V said. He was like, I mean, I can't remember exactly what he said. There was a bunch of big words, but he was basically like, Foodle, you talk a lot, and it's possible that Mazra would do a better job in some situations. So I've been trying.
We
to,
all have
like-
our own skills and abilities.
Yeah. Yeah. We make a good team.
Indeed.
All right, well, good night, you two. I'll see you bright and early in the morning for Kiona's amazing dragon weapon.
Good night, Foodle.
Bye.
And Mazra just goes to bed thinking, we've come so far from when I hated these people so much.
And Mazra's heart grew a quarter size that day.
Mm. Hmm. All right. You head back to the Pudgy Otter. Your belly's full of mole chunks and blackened wolf and Medusa's Embrace, which Kiona, that stuff hits hard. That ain't no 12% wine. That's that's why it's called Medusa's Embrace.
Mm.
Head back to the Pudgy Otter to your accommodations. Foodle, the enlarged mole chunks kind of shrink in your belly after a while. And you feel well, after you all go to bed, Foodle, you wake up with a little bit of a grumble in your tummy in the middle of the night.
Mm.
You get up. I'm trying to see if I can. Is there a. Oh. Maybe this. Maybe this music will do it. Nope. 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 Maybe this. There we go. There we go. You might need to, Flutter, you might need to turn this... Oh, she's away from her computer. Might need to turn the music up for stream. It's a little bit quieter than the last track. Foodle, you wake up in the middle of the night, your stomach growling, feeling a little bit peckish. Since you've ingratiated yourself, along with the rest of the party, to Irma and Germa, the twin owners of the Pudgy Otter Tap House. Once again, thank you to the community. They have a tendency to leave like some bread and cheese in your room overnight for you to like snack on as part of your room fee. And on this night, you get up out of bed and decide that you want to go have a little nosh. And as you pull yourself out of the covers, put your slippers on your feet and walk across the room towards the little countertop, the dresser where the plate of bread and cheese is waiting for you, appetizingly. Your little tummy growling, your little no tummy. You notice that it feels oddly cold, like unseasonably cold, like a front of cool air must have moved in overnight. You can see your breath coming out in puffs. As you pick up the iron knife and fork to sort of, literally, not figuratively, cut your cheese. They're sort of ice cold in your hands, and you know it's like you just like when you hold on to something cold, you gotta constantly shift your fingers around.
Mm-hmm.
Your breath coming in thicker and thicker puffs of mist. The dresser has a mirror on it, and you can swear that you see a flash of movement in the mirror, but when you look up, there's nothing there but your own reflection staring back at you.
What a handsome boy. But why is it so cold in here? I need to talk to Irma and Germa.
And as you're looking at yourself in the mirror, your reflection staring back at you slowly shifts and
Ah!
distorts.
Ah!
Your skin turns pale, your eyes and mouth darken.
Am I
Until-
old?
You don't look old,
Ah!
you look featureless. Long, soaking, dripping wet hair
Ah!
sprouts out of your head, elongating down around your shoulders, and the figure in the painting, not the painting, the mirror, the reflection in the mirror, looking back at you, kind of, sort of tilts his head like this, looking at you, and its mouth opens, its jaw extending inhumanly long.
Poodle
And
pulls out Gimple shot and points it at the mirror.
a foreboding music begins to emerge from
Huh?
the opened dark mouth. Where is it? Here it
What
is.
are you? Stay away! I've got a gun.
A real ass gun. Jesus
God, you bastard! What is this horrifying?
Is that happy birthday?
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Oh my god, what? What did you do, Ghost? Oh my god.
That's so creepy.
Okay.
Oh,
Foodle, the whole room feels like it lurches and sways a little bit beneath you. You feel like dizzy, this sense of vertigo, and when you squeeze your eyes shut, you give your head a hard shake, and when you open your head again, the vertigo has cleared. This fog of dizziness has been wiped away from your mind. The room is warm again. The reflection in the mirror looking back at you is your own.
Oh.
But on the dresser are two objects that weren't there before. One is a small brown sack. It's like, the size of a coin purse that you could hold in your hand.
Oh.
The other is a little box delicately wrapped in green wrapping paper with a nice brown bow.
Oh. Poodle is going to sort of turn around the room with gimbal shot and see if he can see anybody. Wait, who was here? And then eventually it's going to dawn on him who is here. Because this, well, not this, but something like this has happened to him before.
Yeah, a few
and
times.
Yeah. And he's like, wait, it was you. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, and she's gone. Oh, what have I done? I probably scared her. Oh, well, oh, look at this. Okay, and Foodle's going to open up the box.
So inside the box at the top is a neatly folded little piece of paper of nice sturdy cardstock.
And Foodle's going to read it. Assuming
Right.
he only knows no mission common.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it is written in common, a little letter addressed to you, and it says, "Oh my God's bestie, happy birthday!
Oh,
I'm sorry it's been so long, but you guys have been totes hard to track down. It's been so hard to find you. But here's the money from the tavern. There were a few things that happened while you were away. We're gonna roll for them right now.
Oh no.
There was a pernicious rumor about that town. I have no idea what that even means. But there's your mom didn't know either. But what was the name of the manager? Oh my God!
Oh shit!
was
That's
so
Flannel
funny.
made him. Flannel made him. Yeah, it starts with starts with a C. But anyway, that cute boy who runs the tavern, that cute little fake creature, he said it was pernicious. He said it was pernicious rumor, and that resulted in some money being lost until that there's some rumor of some sort of ancient evil lurking in the basement of the tavern. Can you believe it?
Yeah, believe it.
So
That's
rude.
Oh,
So rude.
wow. If
How
Fudo
could they
knew the
talk about my
name-
dad that way? Anyway,
If Fudo
you
knew
lost.
the word for slander, he would be
Yeah,
slanderous.
yeah. So
Yes.
you lost 80. We lost 80 gold there.
No.
All right.
So basically, you get 900 gold. But please keep track of you lost 80
Okay.
to a pernicious rumor. Totes unfair. How
Yeah.
dare they talk about my daddy that way? Oh God.
Oh my god, daddy.
Oh my God. Why would they talk about my daddy that way? But what happened next, you'll never believe. There was this really big, huge, almost 7 feet tall guy in wearing all armor. He came in and he barely said anything except he put down a piece of paper that was a letter from Mazra. Would you believe it? It's a letter from Mazra offering him a job to be a bouncer at the tavern.
Oh.
And he said he'd do it for a while before moving on. I think he said his name was Simon, but that's just about all he said.
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
What a dream boy.
He's a really sweet and cute guy. He doesn't say anything. I haunted him once. He wasn't scared. He just grunted a bit.
Yeah, sounds like Simon.
And then the other thing that happened was there was a huge fight at the tavern. Two rowdy drunk people, they accidentally spilled some beer on the floor and they got in a brawl. Oh, I was so angry. Your mom tried to break it up. They tried to talk them down. But one of them, a stray fist bonked her in the head, and I don't know. I just blacked out. You ever black out, Foodle, when something just so
yeah.
traumatic and so upsetting happens that you
Man,
just
she gets
lose
me.
all faculty of your senses and
Yeah.
you fly into a rage and go total poltergeist mode and just cause a tornado of tables and chairs and mugs and bottles and kegs and other small gnomes to fly and swirl around in the air as you say, "Lay another hand on her and I'll rip your soul from your body and drag it with me down to hell." You ever do that, Foodle?
He's my best
I don't
friend.
do it often, but that was one of them. Anyway,
Oh.
you lost another 60 gold in repairs to the tavern after
Worth.
I kind of lost my cool a little
Worth.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
So sorry about that.
No,
but-
don't apologize. I know Foodle's talking to a letter, but
Yeah, I love that you're talking to this. But since it's your birthday, I got you a special gift. Now, this is something from my personal collection that I can't use anymore because I'm dead. and it doesn't help me anymore because I'm dead and my body is lost and I've drowned and it's really sad. But it's some skin cream, some moisturizer.
Ooh.
So here you go. And now, as long as it's got 2 doses.
Oh.
That's not a good birthday gift. It's got 4 doses. And anytime you apply it, you get a +1 charisma to any ability checks. Isn't that amazing?
Ooh. That's
It's gonna make you look totes cute. The boys went crazy whenever I wore this.
that's what I want to hear.
That is until I died in a horrific,
Right.
gruesome manner.
Right. Man.
Anyway, happy birthday! Kisses. Signed, Trella.
Trella's the best. Oh, this is so cool. And Foodle gets a mental note to save at least 1 dose for next time he sees the Muffin Man. Oh, shit, that's amazing.
I'm just gonna add that gold to our group pot.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
Right.
4 doses +1 charisma. And do you know how long it lasts? Like an hour or
It lasts for, an hour. Let's say an hour.
an hour? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. God, imagine it's just permanent. It's just every time you use it, you gain a charisma. Oh my god. So busted.
Just slather it all over you and just gain 4 charisma forever.
Right? Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah,
Poodle could
right.
use it. All right. That's amazing. That's really cool. Got some skin cream. Oh, I should write down who it's from. I always forget to do that. Where'd the skin cream go? Oh, there it is. God, my inventory's so full. Okay, so Foodle's gonna he's just gonna think about Trella and how awesome she is for a while, and then he'll go back to sleep and then tell his friends in the morning. I mean, he's gonna read them the letter, right? Anyway. And then give them all of his commentary like he did when he was reading it.
And somehow, like, the part where she goes into, like, ghost voice, like, it's all, like, neat and loopy and, like, girly, like, cursive writing the whole way, and then it becomes, like...
Right.
Amazing.
Oh, shit. I love it. That was super fun.
That's
Holy
exactly
shit.
what I thought, Striker. If it's a lotion on his skin, or it gets the hose again.
Oh, no. And you all awaken the next morning feeling refreshed, if still rather miffed, that you got swindled by Trevin.
What an evil swindler. Well, good morning, Kiona. Good morning, Mazra. I probably already said this because I read you the whole letter. But, Kiona, are you ready?
I sure am.
Let's go turn. And Foodle like pulls out of the bag of holding this. He sort of holds it up above his head because it's a massive freaking dragon horn into a whip.
I've heard it said in certain places that where there's a whip, there's a way.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. Well, let's get the whip going then.
Right.
Boodle's just been holding this thing. I'm actually doing it IRL, holding this thing over his head, and then so he puts it back into the bag. All right, let's do it. Where do we find somebody who can do this, like a smith or something, like a special smith? I don't even know.
We're gonna need some kind of artificer, like a Cantlebane. Except,
A what?
obviously,
There should be
Cantlebane's
one in town.
Cantlebane's
assume.
amazing. Yeah, if he's here, let's talk to him. I love that guy.
Hanselbane is
Well,
not here.
Yeah, Mazra will
This is-
ask
this is
directly.
not a-
No, I wasn't.
This is
With
not a
local
JRPG where
Yeah.
merchants like follow you around.
No.
He wasn't an elf.
I
was
would
he?
say
'Cause it's
like
possible Foodle
Cantlebane.
thought maybe.
Like Cantlebane.
Like Cant. Okay, all right.
Right. Somebody
Man.
like that.
I think he may have been an elf.
It was like, I was hoping he was here.
Like a elf
I mean,
or a
maybe
half
he
elf.
is. We don't know. We didn't ask. I'll
Yeah.
ask Madame Tussaud or whatever her name was.
Not sure.
The wax lady?
To show.
Showed.
Tussaud. That's right. It can't be
Madame
Tussaud
Tuchad.
because that's actually Tushad. That's right.
Tuchad.
Because we're foreigners here.
Tuchad.
Tuchad.
Madame Tuchad. That's right.
Tuchad.
Chad.
Anyway,
Oh my god. Oh my
Right.
God. Sandream is
We
we're seeing
rolling in her grave. You've sent Sandream to her grave and she's
I'm
rolling
sorry.
in it. To child.
Yeah, that's country bumpkins.
so
All right.
we will search for the local artificer.
Whittle's just gonna ask all the shopkeepers that they pass, do you guys know where we could find an? And he points to Kiona for her to say the
Artificer?
word that he. Yeah, that.
Fiona doesn't even hesitate.
Wow.
She knows.
Yeah, it's just a routine at this point.
Yeah, and you are pointed towards you're told that the finest sort of armorer in town is the Sylvan Spear, but that is located inside of the city's holdfast. And you, not armorer.
Oh, okay. I
sorry.
heard arbor and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty. That's
Sorry,
I mean, that's
it's allergy
fancy.
season. It's starting to get to
oh
me.
no, I'm with you, dude.
The sadness, the arbor
So true.
is the Sylvan Spear, which is a smithy that is located inside the city's holdfast. They make weapons, armor, and other implements, such as you might be looking for the Knights Radiant and for the army of Luxara itself. And so
Ooh.
ordinary people do not have access to that.
Hmm.
Second best that you do have access to is an armorer named Aruvin Canariel, who I will spell that in the Roll20 chat in a second, who owns a smithy called the Riddle of Steel. And that is
Okay.
located on the you get the reference. I mean, it's not exactly a deep reference.
Yeah.
On the west side of town. So it's located,
That's amazing.
about here on the west side of town, near the western gate.
So when Mazra tells Foodle that they can't go to that the best one, Foodle's gonna be like, hold on, Mazra, are you sure we can't go? Because you said it wasn't for normal people, right?
I mean, I know we're not normal, but
Yeah, you said it was special just last night. I mean, we
Yeah,
should
but
just
sometimes-
ask, right?
sometimes places like this have stupid rules.
All right.
See,
I mean, this-
Foodle,
I just want to see Foodle walk up to the gate guards of the hold fast and just say,
You would have to go with us
grant
rolling really
me-
good on Courage.
grant me access
He's
to
got-
this
I mean,
location,
he's got
for
a
my
big one in
friend tells
stuff
me
on
I
his
am
nose.
special.
Yes.
If you,
And I've got
if
this
you wanna
cream. I don't know if
try-
you've noticed. Can you smell that cream? It's special cream.
oh my God. Look, if you want to try, we
That's not
can.
what I
Just
meant. Okay, hold on.
understand that they might not understand how special you are because these people are
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. Well,
That's right.
I don't know. They're just different. But I gotta say, this Riddle of Steel thing, that sounds pretty cool. I bet you. Actually, I'm not very good at riddles. Well, I'll do my best anyway. That's not what I said. That's not. Come on. Frick's sake.
With some of Foodle's gnome cream.
Oh no. Please. Just... Oh god.
Makes your skin really soft.
Oh no.
Get out! Stop! Stop!
Okay.
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 You can't give me an opening. Come on. You do better than this.
Oh no.
We're moving on.
Yes. What do you think the riddle is?
We're a serious D&D group.
That's right. That's
Very
right.
Or something like that.
Hello,
I
Mr.
don't
or
know.
Mrs. Steele.
Canary.
My name's Foodle. What's the riddle?
So you approach
I don't know.
the riddle of steel.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no.
it is a. God, guys, the school year is getting to me. It is a quite splendid sized smithy located on the west end of town, nestled just below the high city, just in the shadow of the high city. You hear the bang and the clang of metal being worked, the air of the bellows being forced into the fires of the forge, stoking it higher. Large plumes of black smoke chugging up into the air, forming a little bit of a dark cloud over the smithy. Inside, you find a few younger apprentices running this way and that, and among them, working away at the forge, is a middle-aged elf with silver hair, red eyes, and rough brown skin, pockmarked with old scar tissue.
Hold on. And the gender was,
Male.
Male. Okay. Hello, Mr. Steele. My name's Foodle, and I'm ready for your riddle.
He kind of looks down at Foodle in confusion and then looks up at Mazra and Kiona. What do you want?
Well,
Riddle?
pardon our friend here. I'm looking for an artificer that could help me craft a rather special kind of weapon.
All right. What kind of weapon are you thinking?
I'd like to make a whip with some leather, and she'll pull the dragon horn out. And this.
You know what they say? Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Who says that?
Poodle's
I
just gonna
say
point
that.
at Mazra.
Well. No, that's a. He just sort of lets that drop.
Moves past it.
Hang on. Wait. Before he lets that drop, hang on a minute.
Oh god.
Where is it? There.
What'd you do?
Mazza rolls intimidate on this, guys. A 29. A 29.
They do.
It's a friendly intimidation.
There's no such thing. That's not. That's not. You can't intimidate someone in a friendly fashion.
Pretend it's
That's,
persuasion. She has the same numbers on both of those.
What? What is she trying to intimidate him into or persuade?
Not being
him?
such a jerk. Foodle.
Intimidation.
Arvin looks very perplexed and a little bit put off and a little bit like he's wondering if Mazra's like a psychopath who is gonna murder him.
I mean, that's all true.
Poodle.
What?
But
Should we should go. Kiona, you do your thing. I'm gonna go try this cream, I think.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna
You
go
wanna
help
try
Phil
some?
try ice cream. Like,
What do we do? What do we do?
oh my god, okay, getting dizzy.
okay.
Wait, Poodle wants to step away for
Okay.
a reasonable reason.
This is why Foodle and Majra get married, because we're just
Oh, God.
the disaster couple.
We
It
really are.
is. It really is. It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, we're gone now.
That's
Wow.
Yeah, we leave. Foodle and
Okay.
Majra.
All right.
right. Did you want artifice something too, though?
I don't know.
I thought Wolf had
I don't.
something.
Not me.
I thought.
Not anymore.
Not with this guy.
That,
It's too late.
that ship has sailed.
Okay. Well. I'm sorry.
Interesting friends you have there.
They can be a handful sometimes.
This is quite an interesting material here. He picks up the dragon horn and sort of turns it around in his hand a little bit, examining it closely. It seems authentic.
It is.
Where did you get it? If you don't mind my asking.
A couple weeks before we got here, we faced off with a dragon that was poisoning a swamp area. Turns out probably wasn't a swamp after all.
I heard rumors of a dragon called the Black Wind
That'd be the one.
up in the Ashen Plain.
This be her horn.
Well, obviously, what your party lacks in very fundamental,
Discretion.
basic social skills, they make up for in prowess.
Yeah, sometimes I think we could just get lucky a lot.
I would be happy to fashion you a weapon from this.
I'd like to help.
It would be a welcome challenge for me. It's been years since I've gotten to work with material this fine. Not since I worked at the Sylvan Spear. If you'd like to help, come step inside my shop. And Arvin will kind of lead you through his forge into a workshop area. He'll pull out a big piece of draft paper, and the two of you will work together on sort of designing your whip. I know that you and I talked about it off stream. Do you wanna describe what you're trying to create here?
The idea is a whip that's braided leather that has shards of the horns, so we'd have to break it somehow. And they would be sticking out like thorns down the length of the whip. And that the whip would also be imbued with magical properties that gave it a lightning element to its sting. And then also, as a bonus, has a chance to stun its target if they fail a constitution check. That's the thing we're going to try to create.
How awesome is that? That is so freaking cool. Oh. And Flutter, am I right in remembering that this is from
Vinyl, yes. This would be the
Yes,
yes, thank you
okay.
for reminding me to say that. This would be the magical item that Vinyl is contributing on behalf of Kiona.
Thank you, Vital.
Right.
For the subs, and then all of that for Ghost Peppers.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah.
Thank
So
you,
thank you,
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Thank
It's gonna
you,
be
Vinyl.
so cool.
Yeah. So to use the crafting a magic item downtime activity for this. I don't really have like a die roll for this. This is sort of an area that is lacking, and I know a lot of campaigns do their own custom way to craft a magic item. That includes die rolls and things like that, but we don't have that. Since we are going to do it as Vinyl has gifted this to you, it's going to be free. Aravin is just happy to have the opportunity to work with such fine and rare materials that it's going to be sort of part of his own professional renewal in a way, to get to work with this. So it won't cost you anything. However, one thing that it does say in here is that every day that you spend working on it, which will be, I think it says 20 days, but I don't think we're going to hang around here 20 more days in the city. Let's say 15 days. Let's say
She'll
a
work
couple,
overtime on it if
three work weeks. Yeah,
You know.
3 work weeks over the course of 3 work weeks. You put in every day coming back. Each day you will have to expend a 3rd level spell slot to work on imbuing the whip with your magic. So basically for the rest of the time in this city, you are without a 3rd level spell slot each day.
Sure. Got it.
Okay. And at the end of it, you will have this mighty whip.
I'm gonna call it Eldrigo's Bat. Words.
Oh, that's cool.
A fitting name.
She'll take it out and take to a practice target dummy or something, and
He has some set up in the back.
yeah, and give it a couple of whips to see it spark. Show Foodle and Mazra what they've made.
This is so much cooler than I could have imagined. And Kiona, you helped make this?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
oh boy,
incredible.
does it spark.
Hee.
The really high quality leather that you used, we'll say it's like strips of dragon hide that was cured into leather that you bound up into this sort of tight braided kind of formation on the whip with bits of horn that have been flaked off and honed to a razor edge are embedded throughout the whip, starting about halfway along the length, 2/3 of the
Yeah.
way up its length.
2/3.
Yeah,
Halfway.
and you expending your 3rd level spell slot, basically you cast like lightning bolt on it every day, channeling the power of Eldrigo that he has kind of in a way bestowed upon you, Kiona, into this whip and enhancing its power.
Yeah.
Can I just say, you look amazing using that.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I just felt like I needed something.
Well, it is certainly a mighty weapon
Mm. Yeah, I think
with a
gold
name
would be-
that befits it well.
Mm.
Although I myself am a worshipper of the Lady of Light, as everybody else is in the city, more or less, I've always had an admiration for Eldrigo and his
Yeah.
simple, no-nonsense, straightforward nature.
Straightforward. Sure.
Yeah.
As much as any god could be. I hope this weapon serves you well in a likewise straightforward and forceful manner.
Thank you. I very much appreciate your help in crafting it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Steele. And one day, I'm gonna figure out what your riddle was.
The steel is not less than. Never mind.
On the way out, Kiona will leave 200 gold lying on his counter.
All right, leave a tip. All right. What about the other two? What do you guys want to do?
Ooh, we've got a bit of downtime, yeah?
Yeah.
Poodle kind of wants to do two things. I think one's going to take probably the bulk. He wants to meet with Nalathria. Hopefully he can bump into her sometime at the Arrow's Mark and see if she knows any way that he might get his hands on a magic bow so that his attacks are not being resisted by or even immune to a lot of creatures that we might encounter in this hellhole that we're going into. So because I was thinking about this, I was like, man, she's probably his best bet, like anyway, because she's like an archer and she's elven and from this place anyway.
Yeah. So you find Nalathria inside the Arrow's Mark Tavern again. Let me see. Do I have any? I don't have any tavern music. That's one thing I'm missing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of that after they leave the Iron Song Tavern.
Yeah. Let's just throw this on. Actually, I do have some tavern music. Here it is.
Oh, nice.
It's a little quiet. But... All right. And inside the Arrow's Mark, you find Nalathria. today. She was a little bit absent the other evening when you came to look for her, but she's here today, kind of in the afternoon. Her and two of the other competitors that you recognize from the archery tournament, they actually have like some targets set up in the sort of beer garden area out back of the tavern, and they're
England with
yeah,
fire.
they're
Oh my
shooting
God.
targets and you know, swigging beer. Basically the loser of each round needs to take a drink of beer, and anytime one of them scores a bullseye, the other two need to drink. When you get there, you find Elathria is kind of like just a little bit buzzed, but the other two are just about off their face. As you might expect from anyone who participates in an archery contest with Elathria, and the sounds of laughter are echoing throughout the small garden behind the tavern.
Nalathria, I shouldn't be surprised. Taking these two for all they're worth, huh?
Oh, hello, Fudel. It's lovely to see you again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I didn't think that I'd make a friend out of that tournament, but I gotta say, it's been fun getting to know you, and I keep meaning to tell you, I really appreciate the tips that you've given me. As we talked about, I use gimbal shot a lot. I don't use the bow that much, and so I really appreciate it. Anything I can learn from you, it's amazing.
Yes, of course. Suppose, of course, an elegant weapon. I don't begrudge you your gimbal shot at all, but I much prefer this. Excuse me one moment. And then, kind of barely turning to look, she just sort of knocks her and just like, boom, another bullseye. And she kind of throws her head back and laughs. And drink up, mates. And the other two, they're kind of like, and they take a drink. And of course, at this point, our little contest just becomes sloppier and sloppier for these two because they can't aim straight anymore.
Indeed. Well,
Anyway, I think that's probably enough. And she kind of sets her bow aside, quiver aside as well. So, what was the pleasure of your visit today?
Well, I mean, I always just enjoy your company, but I was also noticing, hey, welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome, Albarin.
Hell yeah.
Welcome.
I noticed that I'm sure you're aware, I feel like the whole town has heard that we're heading into the Forbidden Forest, and I realized, Foodle pulls out his longbow that he bought, I think he got it at that Fort Ostrand,
Ostrand, yeah.
The
Ostrand.
orcs.
Yeah, that's where he got this thing. And he's like, it served me well, but I worry that it's just not going to cut it where we're going. And I noticed, elves, you guys are known for your archery and your mastery of bow. And, I can't help but notice your bow he sort of gestures to his bow and then to hers. Yours is significantly more, well, he doesn't know that word, a lot fancier than mine. And I was hoping, where did you get your bow? Is that something that I'm looking for a magic bow, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I suppose my bow is magical. Yes, it is. Of course, all of us are.
Ooh.
We are archers who are part of the city militia. And all of us, when we come of age, we craft our own.
Wow. That's incredible. You made this piece of art.
Yes, I did by my own hand.
Incredible. I was going to ask who your Fletcher was, but I suppose I'm talking to her.
Well, of course, a true ranger must be able to supply her own weapons and ammunition, yes.
Mm.
Can't
Mm.
always rely on a merchant being around.
True.
Would you like to make your own?
I don't know if I can, but you know, if I have a
See,
shot at it, it'll
course.
be with you.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Yeah?
Yes, I'll help
mean,
you do it. It would be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm down. I used to whittle, but I don't know how helpful that'll be. I'm happy to
She
learn.
puts a hand on your shoulder and she smiles at you and says, "Well, that's a start."
Okay.
And so, she's gonna take you along with the other two, in her little ranger club, who they're staggering and stumbling along behind you, in their drunken state at losing their little informal archery practice competition, out of the north gate of the city, and into the farmland beyond. And a ways down, you hitch a ride on the back of a wagon, which what was this elf girl's name again?
Oh, here, I'll put it in the chat.
Nalathra? Nalathra?
Nalathria.
Nalathria.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, Nalathria tosses a few silvers to thank you. I think that's a random NPC that I generated that
Probably.
is like off the cuff.
She's great. She's awesome.
Yeah. Nalathria tosses a few silvers to a farmer who's taken a cart up on the northern road, to hitch a ride on the back. And the four of you head up through the farmland, get off, bid the farmer goodbye, and you head into a grove of trees. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have for this? Wait, I have this. There we go.
At some point, Ghost, probably, maybe even before they left the tavern, Foodle's going to insist that he pays her for her time and training and teaching. Like, you know.
No. No, of course not.
No.
Don't be silly.
Nalathria, I can't get this anywhere else. Please.
This is not how this works.
Oh?
Elves are artists of a sort. This is not something that I can do for payment. It must be given as a gift.
I don't know how to thank you.
Just say thank you. That's enough.
Foodle gives her a big smile. And
You are led into this incredibly overgrown, untouched for eons old growth forest that is like butting right up against farmland. Like it's amazing. There's no sort of gradual shift from pastoral lands into this forest. you just go straight into this dark, overgrown forest that would be it would feel foreboding, except you feel oddly at peace, and you feel close to a presence that you haven't felt in a while, which is of course the mother of the forest, Erin Selk herself.
Mhm.
As you move deeper into the forest, eventually Nalathria and her 2 drunken compatriots kind of start to drift back a little bit. And more you find that you are taking the lead as you wander through. Eventually, instinct guides you into a small clearing where there is a pond. And in the middle of the pond is a little island. And growing on that island is a medium-sized, ancient yew tree.
Ooh.
And you have a feeling deep in your gut, this is the one.
Ooh, okay, so Foodle has... This was actually from Bard, from like ages ago. Foodle has a woodcutter's axe +1, and it does like extra damage against... But like, he doesn't want to like hurt or destroy this tree. He wants to get, you know, enough for a bow, right?
Mhm.
Like, would that be bad to use? Like, I don't know. Anyway.
So we can kind of narrate it. That as Foodle kind of puts his hand on the axe, Nalathria puts her hand over Foodle's, and she smiles patiently down at you and shakes her head.
Oh?
No. Just go up and ask him.
Really?
Yes. Go on.
Foodle, sort of in total awe, approaches this impressive and beautiful and ancient yew, and he sort of looks up into the branches, the sun, you know, dappling through the leaves, and he says, hello? My name's Foodle. I need a bow. I need a bow to protect people and stop evil. Can you help me?
And for a moment, there is no response. You almost feel like these elves might be having you on.
Yeah,
You
Foodle sort
might
of
have been
looks
dragged
back
out
to
here for a little bit
Nalathria.
of a prank.
Right.
Then a stiff wind picks up on this otherwise still and calm day, rustling through the leaves like a soft whisper speaking to you in a language that you can't understand. And as you kind of pull your hand away from the trunk, kind of coming with your hand is a perfectly formed length of heartwood from the tree, as if it's like almost phased out of the tree and into your hand.
What? And Foodle is going to, in awe, thank you to the yew tree, but he's also going to sort of mentally, he's, you know, in his own mind, he's going to send up like a quick thank you to Erin Selch as well. He's not sure what's going on here.
Right.
But he feels that connection.
Sure. And Nalathria gives you a little bit of a laugh and a slap on the back, a friendly slap on the back, and she says, "Come on, let's go fashion this into a bow for you. My camp is not too far away."
That was amazing. Thank you.
Uh,
Let's do it.
so she leads you a little bit back out of the woods and a little bit further north, where you find basically like, you know, Robin Hood and the Merry Men Sherwood Forest kind of camp, right?
Amazing.
Have you ever seen? This might be a deep cut for you. Have you ever seen the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie
Yeah.
where
Are you
Alan
talking about the
Rickman
live action?
famously cancels
Yeah.
Christmas? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Are you kidding?
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So not that movie. What are you talking about? That's a fantastic movie. That's an amazing movie.
So good.
But it's like the Merry Men's camp. Oh yeah. Like Alan Rickman was the only person who knew that
yeah.
they were making a turd.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the movie thought they were making a good movie except for him.
Right?
Yeah, but that's what makes
my
a good bad movie, though.
That's
Everyone
what
That
was
is
right.
that is
Good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes it a good movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I
But no,
thought he was
the
gonna say that
ranger
too,
camp.
Megan.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
Nalathria and her companions, their ranger camp is basically like this, sort of suspended up in the trees, hidden up in the trees. Not unlike like a forest gnome, the forest gnome village that you you don't want to think about that. But you know, the one that you ran into at the feet of the storm spires that were all slaughtered by the Bloodfort orcs. But up in the trees, sort of camouflaged up in there, is this encampment of like rope bridges and tree huts suspended up there. And this ranger camp is like a full-on village. Like there are people of not just rangers there, but cooks and cleaners. There's children running around. So this is a full community. And the Lathria leads you up into a tree, into like a sort of large open knot in a tree, where there's like a spiral staircase leading up inside the tree up to their upper level sort of canopy village here. Takes you to a small workshop suspended way up in the air, where you and her work for a few days, as it were, while Kiona is working on her whip, to craft this beautiful piece of heartwood into a fine elven style bow, perfectly suited to your size.
That's so cool.
Now, in terms of, I told you there was going to be a cost associated with this, but then Nalathria said no, you can't pay her for it. We're gonna say, in terms of like other materials that you had to get from the city.
Yeah,
to,
that's
to
what I
make
was thinking.
this.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll cost you. I think we landed on between 700 and 800. Let's split the difference at like 750. And you now have a magic bow that deals magical piercing damage.
Look at
Okay.
us with our magical
Oh yeah,
weapons.
because you were saying probably not +1.
Yeah, not a plus
Okay, okay.
one.
Okay.
Just
But it
just
is
a standard.
magical. That's the important thing. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh,
so it
okay.
deals magical damage. So it
Okay.
bypasses
Awesome.
classic damage resistance.
Okay. That is amazing. Okay. So 750?
Yep.
For the extra stuff. Okay. Awesome.
Right.
Ooh.
Mazra, you have been quiet for a while. The last thing you have contributed is intimidating the
Look.
blacksmith.
Deserved it.
So yeah, so I want to get you back in the game, Wolf. So what are you gonna do at this time?
Since Kiona and Foodle are off working on their various items and Monster's been left unsupervised, she is going to find this man and get some answers out of him. Whether that is using intimidation or bribing people or whatever, she will find him and she will
Brevin?
Liam Neeson him into telling her stuff.
Okay. All right. All right. So, let's see. Is there a way to carousing, crafting, crime?
Yep.
No, but that's like robbery. That's like robberies and stuff.
Yeah, I guess she's not really robbing anybody.
Yeah.
You could use it as research, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's just street research.
Street research. That's what we'll call it. Street school.
Yeah.
Street school. I love it.
Street school. Yeah, the school of the mean streets.
Look, Mazra is not so divorced from that she doesn't remember her roots.
Yeah. All right. So remember, Kiona is spending 3 work weeks on this. Foodle is spending at least 2 to make his magic bow. So you've got your friends. Your friends are leaving you unsupervised for effectively 2 weeks. You know, here and there, of course, right? Like they're putting in a work day every day for 2 weeks on this. And you guys, of course, you meet up at the tavern at night and things like that. So remember that the way it works is you spend an initial 50 GP, and then you get a +1 for each additional 50 GP that you spend.
Right.
And that is through bribing people, providing gifts for people, things like that. Resources that you're spending on trying to find this person.
Did you also say that some of the info is at the theater place?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is at the Pocked Peasant, which is located here in the city.
Okay.
Flutter, I don't know if you want to switch to the map screen. Whoa!
Nice.
So we're right here in sort of the south end of the city, which is more the, you know, it's not the slum. The slums are like up here, right? And over here there's a slum. But this is, yeah, and there's a little bit of slumminess right here, but it's definitely the very, very much the working class part of the city right here. And when you enter the Pocked Peasant, which is this run-down, dirty, gritty, open-air theater, right? You see a very sketchy play being performed up on stage. A very raunchy scene taking place, which is what medieval plays were actually like.
Mazra is unmoved.
which is what drama was actually like before it became respectable. Respectable parts of society. There's like, you know, has something to do with a man and a horse. Anyway, what you're seeing. After the show, you know, the lower class folk, the working class folk are down there. They're drinking, they're howling and laughter. They're throwing things at the actors on stage. All of the jokes, you know, it's like a comedy show. You know, all the jokes and the japes of the people on stage. There's somebody in the audience who's like trying to tell the jokes too and trying to get in on it too, and then, you know, heckling the actors and things like that. After they clear off, yeah, the actors sort of leave the stage and everybody sort of starts to file out. And the place gradually empties out as the playgoers seek out the nearest tavern, which happens to be the Pudgy Otter, for their pint after the show.
She will follow. Is that the theater goers or the
Follow
theater
the crowd.
players?
Yeah, that's the crowd. Yeah, the crowd are going to
Okay,
the
no,
Pudgy
she
Otter.
wants
The players
She wants
are behind
the
stage.
players. Yes.
All right, so she's gonna sneak behind the. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Peter's still here or if he went to bed, but like the actual Shakespeare thing back in the Globe Theater days is you go to the theater and then go get a pint after. But the Globe Theater today is located next to a Nando's chicken restaurant. So,
Amazing.
Oh no.
so Megan and I went to the Globe Theater when we lived in the UK. We were in London. We went to the Globe Theater, and then we went for a cheeky Nando's after. So things haven't changed.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it, right?
I believe if you calculate out the inflation rate over the last 400 years, Globe Theater, to see a show at the Globe Theater isn't that much more expensive than the half penny that it cost you back in the day. It's some nominal fee, like 30 pounds or something like that, which is like very cheap for a live theater show. Anyway, that's a little aside.
Yeah, Mother will leave her armor off for right now because she's
Okay,
trying to be.
if you insist.
Oh yeah, she's wearing
You said it.
normal clothes.
You said it.
It has all
You
her
said it.
stuff. Yeah.
Does she have her
rod
arm?
in her pockets? Yep.
Her rod in her pocket. Oh god. How stealthy are you being as you go behind stage?
Semi-stealthy.
Yeah, you'll have to make a stealth roll if you want them to not automatically see you when you go back, basically.
Okay. Normal.
Yeah, not at disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, so
that's
you
decent.
sneak in behind into the backstage area. Such a simple term where I'm reaching for some technical term. I'm like, no, it's just backstage. So you sneak behind into the backstage area, where various young stagehands, many of them children, very grubby looking children, being sort of supervised by grubby looking teenagers, are picking stuff up, putting costumes away, throwing stuff on the laundry. You know, there's a dress at the end where the heroine of our sordid tale got in between two lovers who were fighting over her, and one of them accidentally stabbed her, and in her white dress she had like a sheep's bladder that was filled up with blood and it's just like oozing out, right? Which is once again how they actually did it back in the day in theater. Never mind that movie Shakespeare in Love where Juliet puts like a red ribbon out to represent blood. No, it would actually be like It'd actually be like a sheep's bladder filled with blood that would just ooze out onto the stage. You see a dress in a similar state, kind of being bundled up and thrown into the wash. Sneaking further backstage, welcome Raiders. Sneaking further backstage, you see two of the principal actors. One, a non-binary elf, it's like, visually gender indistinct, tall, auburn hair, green eyes, smooth tan skin, and sharp features. The other, a male high elf, curly brown hair, brown eyes, soft tan skin, quite a bit sort of skinnier and more limber than the other one. And they're kind of in a rear sort of dressing room, curtain closed off, which you sort of peeled aside and peeked in.
Right.
And they're having a bicker with each other over how to split the proceeds of the show.
Well, she'll probably just let herself in, to be honest.
He's just strutting, yeah.
Just knock,
and and both of them turn around to you, and the taller of the two elves, with the auburn hair, kind of says, "Oh, Mayan, who might you be?"
Hello. And she is not trying to intimidate. She's trying to be nice. Her than normal.
My God.
I was hoping you might be able to help me with something.
And then the male elf kind of does this like weird backflip maneuver, like sort of, a very slow like cartwheel towards you that ends with him being in this pose where he's like feet planted on the ground, body bent backwards, and head curling back around his between his legs, looking up at you, gripping onto his ankles with his hands. No delicate way to say this, because this isn't delicate at all. Crotch basically in your face, and he says, "Yes, I can help you with scratch any itch you want. Tall,
Well,
green, and beautiful."
the itch that I have happens to be intellectual.
Oh. His face falls, and it's just disappointment.
You know what, though? I do have a friend who may appreciate your talents.
Oh? He looks hopeful again. And the other elf walks up to him, and just with a kick of their foot, just a little nudge of their foot, trips them, just takes their ankle out, and the scrawny, limber male elf, "What are you doing with your Discord icon?"
Oh, sorry, I was trying to not into. if you do notes, it just anyway. It does
That's
that.
amazing. Yeah, he just like collapses to the floor, just completely tumbles down. The other elf, they say, "Oh, stop it, Edgem. I apologize for my friend. He is rather bold when he should be studious and thoughtful in his dealings with others. What can I do for you, darling?
I've heard you may have some information about a certain individual here in town.
Yes, and who might this individual be?
Trevin Pindletop.
Oh, Trevin! The male elf kind of calls up from the pretzel form that he's fallen into on the floor. Oh, I love Trevin. What a joyful little man. Yes, we all love Trevin around here. Little bit of a naughty boy, isn't he? What do you need Trevin for? He sells the very best ointments. When you have the kind of itch that you really don't want to scratch from hanging out at the Poggiato a bit too much.
Ah, yes.
And then the Edel on the ground just sort of laughs up and says, "Not that I would know."
I trust your knowledge on the subject. Essentially, I had some dealings with him, and I'm hoping to learn a little bit more about the provenance of some of the materials that I purchased. But he seems to have moved shop since the last time I spoke with him.
The elf with the auburn hair just sort of shakes her head and goes, Trevin. He swindled you, didn't he?
Not me personally, however, something was found among the items, and I am not seeking revenge, I am just seeking information.
Well, fortunate for Trevin, isn't it? I would hate to have you seeking me for revenge, that's for sure. Trevin sometimes offers us his patronage when we require rare items, such as they look down at Edel, still on the floor, and just like, anyway, I'd rather not talk about that. He will sometimes come himself, sometimes with his intermediaries to visit our theater after closing. Are you sure you don't want him for any sort of violent purposes?
I can give you my word on that.
I'm afraid you'll have to give us more than your word. You see,
Very well.
when Trevin realizes that we facilitated this clandestine meeting between you, we may lose access to him completely. And from his perch on the floor, Edel adds, yes, and I'll lose my ointment for my bowels. And the other elf just, yes. And you see, listening to him whine about his incessant itching and scratching in full view of me, I will need to be compensated in gold for that, just so you know.
Mantra
completely
refrains from putting the boots to him medium style, and well, I hope you get that reference.
Oh, I get that reference. Yeah.
Yes. She will. All right, what's your price?
Basically, above table, the price is whatever you're willing to pay for
Yeah.
this research downtime activity.
So you said it was what, 50, 100? What was, I forget.
50 gold plus an additional 50 gold for every +1.
Okay. She'll pay $100. 100 golds.
100 gold. This is a pretty rundown theater. 100 gold. They're happy to take it.
Yeah. Well, what role is this? Is it investigation? Is it intelligence? What is
Yeah,
it?
this will be let's say this is a persuasion.
Oh.
And Adele, as you hand over the little purse full of 100 gold, he suddenly like untangles himself. You don't know how, because like he is legit a pretzel on the floor here. And he somehow just entangles himself from this knot that he's found himself in when Marin, the other elf that you've been talking to, sort of took his ankle out. Just untangles himself, and with a swift motion of his foot, as Marin is reaching to take the gold from you, kicks the little baggie of gold out of your hand. It arcs up into the air and down, and he's got the waistband of his pants stretched out like this, and it just like chink, and he snaps it closed, and Marin is just, oh, you bastard.
I mean, if you want, I'll retrieve them. I'll retrieve that bag for you.
No, don't give him ideas, please. And Adele just sort of like, the eyebrows are going like a mile a minute.
Well, and she's basically.
I would like that very much. Very much
I can
indeed.
do that by setting your pants on fire.
Oh. You could not possibly burn me any more down there than the pox already has. And Marin is just like, it's just.
Can I use? I don't think anything I have will work on this, because hang on a minute. Can I? Here, I'm gonna use this on this man. I don't think that works, but can we just pretend? Can we flavor text this? Can she grab him by the throat?
Yeah,
and thus the
that's
restriction his ass?
It is one disease. It is
Yeah.
one disease. So you have to touch him.
Yeah, she'll touch him. She'll fucking grab him by the throat and lesser restoration him.
And you channel. You grab him with like your artificial hand, your prosthetic hand. Yeah, you grab him with this hand, this wooden hand, with the, I think, is it like bronze gears, like bronze fittings inside?
Yeah, and it's
And you
like
have,
it's like wood within. There's filigree that Cantlebane put into it that goes up to her symbol right here.
It's like copper filigree, is it?
I think
Am I
so.
remembering
Whatever
that?
conducts
Yeah.
magic, essentially.
And then the holy symbol's in the palm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Or
right?
no, it's on the back.
It's on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and as you sort of grab him by the throat, the holy symbol on the back, in the copper holy symbol, begins to glow with an orange, sort of fire-like orange light. And you put his summation that there's nothing you could do to burn his crotch any more than the pox already has. You put that to the test, as the fire of the your orcish flame ancestor spirits sort of channels through his body, searing heat down in his groinal area as the disease is literally burned away, and from the look on his face, he likes it. He likes it. And I want you to make a Constitution. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What is this? I always suck at these.
Yeah, you and Marin, both of you are like, oh god. Like it's just gross all the way around. And Adele, he's just kind of like, oh, I have not felt relief like this in many years. Not since before Betty came to town, that's for sure. Oh, Betty. All right. he pulls the coin bag out of his pants and sort of hands it over to Marin, and they take it like, you know, like, are you sure it got rid of all of the infection?
Yes, I'm very effective.
So Marin kind of like just like chink puts the coin purse aside. Yes, madam. Anyway, we will set up the meeting between you and Treven.
Much appreciated.
And Adele says, now, shall we take this to my chambers and seal the deal? And Marin just like puts her hand on his face and like just shoves him away.
You can find me at the Pudgy Otter.
And with their hand still on his face, what was this guy's name? I lost it. Adele. Adele. Kind of like, oh yeah, I knew it well. And you leave the pocked peasant to prepare for your meeting with Treven, feeling like you're going to cast lay on hands on your bed sheets before you go to bed tonight at the Pudgy Otter, and maybe on Foodles and Kiona's bed sheets as well.
She's gonna branding smite herself at this point. Actually, wait a minute. She's got that thing. Where is it?
That spell that
It's
detects
No,
consecrate,
look, it's
desecrate,
fine.
or whatever.
She's fine. She can't. She's immune to disease. She's fine.
Holy shit.
Oh. Well, your friends aren't.
Right. Oh god, yeah.
She'll just, you know.
All right. And you know what?
Yeah.
Even though we didn't quite get to Treven tonight, I think that's actually a good place to. That's probably a good place to end for tonight.
Yeah, Ghost. That was super fun. Oh my god.
That was a nice downtime episode. We had a lot of fun.
Indeed.
A lot of
We
good
didn't go
stuff
completely
happened.
Off the rails.
Yeah, well, not completely.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Still.
Also,
This
that
was
was my
the-
first time, I think, using Lesser Restoration for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Amazing.
pocked peasant was another thing. So anybody in chat wondering, like that map is, I made that map in Wonder Draft, and then on stream we had many different people in the community may help out with making like some of the NPCs and the businesses and the various locations in the city. And the Pock Peasant was another one made by the community.
Yeah.
Some people in the community, there is a super upper class theater located in the high district of the city, the high city. The Crystal Icosahedron is like the really fancy, like upper class opera house where where they go. And then the Pocked Peasant is the working class theater, and the community really wanted to make sure that there was a working class, down in the muck kind of theater entertainment for the masses in the city. There's a lot more to Marin and Adele that I hope we get a chance to get to, because they're a pair of interesting characters, actually.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, really.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for such a cool stream, Ghost Pepper.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that was a fun session.
And thank you, Vital, for the coolest magical weapon that I have now. Yay!
Vital's the best.
Vital is the best. It's a cool ass weapon. You guys are
Yeah.
amazing, and I love coming and hanging out with you every week. Very looking forward to next week already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Either, I don't know, Wolf, do you want to do it next week?
What, host?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Wolf's channel next week. For
yeah.
the next, I've got Macklefish sticks left this duck.
Drop that follow, you guys.
last time he came over for D&D.
I'm going to drop a raid on Talcape Brigade. They are up right now doing Monster
heck
Hunter
yeah.
World.
Ooh.
So I figure we'll go say hi to them. They made our sprites.
Heck yeah. Yeah, they did.
did.
They're amazing.
They're awesome. People go
And
and
we'll
give
be-
them a follow.
Yeah, and we'll be continuing with the main campaign for the next 2 weeks. And then we're gonna take 2 weeks off and do, well, we're not gonna take it off. We're gonna do some one shots or a 2-shot for the next 2
If
weeks.
you
on
would like
the
to
21st and
DM
the
for
28th.
us, send us a message.
Yeah. If anybody feels like DMing a 1-shot or a 2-shot, let us know.
Come along and
Reach
say-
out.
Let us know. For sure. Thank you so much for being here, everybody here, for the raids and the subs and the follows. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate you. I appreciate my DM for making this amazing story, my fellow players for being awesome in it, and all of you out there who keep coming back and watching every week. We love you guys. We'll see you all later.
Bye.
Good night.